The Inanda Club in Johannesburg played host to one of the premier polo tournaments of the year, the C INANDA Africa Cup. Teams from across Africa, including Ghana, Nigeria, Zambia, Zimbabwe and South Africa, competed over 3 days of knockout polo, with the top 2 teams going through to meet each other in the final. The chairman of Inanda Club and a polo player himself is Andrew Dewar.
The Inanda Club was established 90 years ago. It was established as a combination of the Rand Hunt Club and the Johannesburg Polo Club as an equestrian club. Since then it has established itself as one of the leading clubs in the country, social, family and business club. It's a very, very unique polo facility. It's one of the few polo clubs anywhere in the world where we have a full polo facility with horses stabled in the middle of a city. We've been running the Africa Cup for 22 years at Inanda. It's a unique tournament that's held in Africa. We invite teams from all over the continent to participate and play in this event on an annual basis. This year we're very, very proud to be hosting Zambia, Zimbabwe, Ghana and Nigeria. This event will probably attract a crowd of about 5,000 people. It will be the largest polo event in the country this year. And it's one of those must-be-seen at social events. It's an opportunity to drink champagne, wear fancy clothing, and be seen and hang around and spend a nice spring day with your friends in the sun. We're very, very appreciative to Cell C. This is their first year sponsoring this event. We wish them well with their new shareholding, and we hope that that also translates into a long and prosperous relationship between Cell C and the Inanda Club.
Part of the day's activities was a display by the Rand Hunt Club, which has its origins dating back to 1886. The hunt involves running a trail or line, which is laid by a mounted rider dragging a cloth soaked in a specially concocted scent. No live hunting takes place, but rather it's a test of the hound's tracking abilities. The hunt usually takes place in the countryside and includes a number of fences of different designs and consists of a series of lines, generally 4 or 5 lines, each being 2 to 3 kilometers long, finishing close to water so that the hounds can refresh themselves before going on to the next line. The 2 teams in the final, Rock Blend from South Africa and Titan Law Zimbabwe, parading in front of the packed Inanda clubhouse. The VIP guests and spectators no doubt looking forward to an exciting and hard-fought final between 2 evenly matched teams. The ultimate prize, the 2017 Cell C INANDA Africa Cup Winners' Trophy. For Rock Blend, Leanne Spark and Owen Nelson playing off 0 handicaps, Cameron Chubb, a 2-goal player, Captain Duncan Ellis playing off a 4-goal handicap. The Titan Law Zimbabwe team with Nicola Elcom playing off a -1 handicap, Martin Fassveld a 0-goal handicap, Matt de Gersony a 2-goal player, and the captain Francisco Pancho McLaughlin a very experienced 4-goal player. Titan Law Zimbabwe started with 1 goal on the board as their overall team handicap was 1 goal less than that of Rock Blend. The commentator is Jamie Hayward.
It's picked up there by Leanne Spark. Leanne still battling around. Now she loses it. Finally taken away by Matt Giacchini. Matt Giacchini riding a horse of Martin Fassveld in this chucker. Duncan Ellis on his lovely grey mare. Night Owl takes it down the field. Still it's Duncan Ellis coming through. This mare is 6 years old. She's quite young. Picked out now by Pancho McLaughlin. Pancho can't get a hold of it. Left now. It's going to be picked up by Matt Giacchini. Matt Giacchini takes this one down the field. He's riding a mare called Question in this chucker. Lent to him by Martin Fassveld. Leanne Spark doesn't get a hold of it. Through come Titan Law Zimbabwe. Still on the advance. Pushing it down the field. Titan Law Zimbabwe. Still going along. Can they pick it? Taking it through. Taking it on the near side there, Pancho McLaughlin on the grey. Pancho McLaughlin, the grey he's riding, belongs to Warren Lurie. Warren Lurie has mounted Pancho throughout this match, and that grey's called Luna. It's going to be picked up now by Duncan on Night Owl. Whistle goes, clock stops. 1 minute into the game as we wait for the umpire's decision. Looks like it's a penalty too. This is a free hit on an undefended goal. Pancho McLaughlin riding Luna comes in, he takes the strike, he puts it through. The first one goes up onto the board to the team of Titan Law Zimbabwe, with Pancho the goal scorer from that first penalty of the Titan Law Zimbabwe team. So it's going to be Pancho who's going to take the strike. Riding this 7-year-old mare called Luna. as I said, belongs to Warren Lurie, and he goes past Leanne Spark, but Leanne Spark on a little horse called Ant manages to get the better of the ride off. In comes Leanne Spark again, but left behind, and it's going to be picked up now by Cameron Chubb. Cameron Chubb with a little stick and ball effort. Here he goes, he's looking for goal time. Cameron Chubb scores! Lovely goal there from Cameron Chubb. Cameron Chubb picked the loose ball up. He's riding a horse called Divine. She's 14 years old, and Cameron Chubb said, thanks very much, I like that, and I'm going to put that one away between the goal. From the spot, Pancho McLaughlin takes the strike, pushes it along. Still Pancho has possession. Still going forward. Still he's there. He's challenged by Leanne Spark. Leanne is a very hard rider of the player, and that's why she's been marking Pancho. And Leanne got the better on that ride off there. Little mare of hers called Ant doing sterling work. In comes Duncan Ellis. Duncan takes the backhand shot. Doesn't really get the length he was looking for. In comes Leanne, tightly marking Pancho McLaughlin. Look at the way that Pancho brings this mare of Warren Lurie's around. Lovely little mare called Luna. As finally the whistle goes. So in comes Pancho McLaughlin on tonic. He goes for the big strike. He puts it through. Lovely goal there. That penalty taken by Pancho McLaughlin. Puts it through. And another one goes up onto the board for Titan Law Zimbabwe. In comes Duncan. As I said, riding this lovely mare, Night Owl. He's only 6 years old as he comes in, waiting for that first tutor. There goes the first toot of the bell. That means we've got 30 seconds of play remaining. Duncan's coming along, tries to take the big strike, overruns it. Cameron Chubb does as well, quickly rectifies it, brings it around. He has room to manoeuvre. He's challenged by Matt Giacchini. The umpire's whistle goes, says that Matt Giacchini didn't have a play. You saw him point to the middle of the field. The next chukker will start with a penalty 5B from the centre of the field. Let's give them a big hand of applause. The end of the first chukker, off they go. Score 3-1 in favour of Titan Law Zimbabwe.
Besides attracting some of the best polo players in Africa, the event sees some of Joburg's most fashionable and influential people enjoying a champagne and fun-fueled day out in the tasteful setting of the Inanda Club.
Amazing to be here and fantastic to be at the Inanda Clubs, and I actually got invited to the launch of the Inanda Africa Cup this year, and I was privileged enough to have a polo lesson. So I've actually ridden here and played some polo, and it was absolutely amazing. But I mean, this on the calendar is definitely a must visit.
I really do enjoy watching the polo, although I'm not really always absolutely sure what's happening on the field, but then again, that's not really why I'm here. So I'm here to enjoy myself, drink champagne, spend time with a couple of people in the industry who enjoy coming here, look pretty.
I love the energy, I love the fashion, I love the fact that you can just have a coolest cocktail. It's just really a nice way, a fun way to mingle and to meet new people, because really polo attracts people from all over the world. And also since this fashion week that's happening here in South Africa, it's just a great time to actually showcase, you know, the South African talent, South African designs.
My outfit is by an incredible gentleman, a designer. His name is Casper Bosman. My shoes are from Europa Art Shoes, and the Fascinator, the gloves, also from there. And these diamonds that I'm wearing, diamonds, are from Elegance Jewelers.
Let's rejoin our commentator Jamie Hayward for the second chukker.
Play restarts with a hit from the centre of the field. Penalty 5B for in favour of Rock Blend, and it's going down there. Leanne Spark in front of goal. Leanne Spark shoots and scores. Well done to Leanne Spark, who gets the first one on this chukker onto the board. Leanne Spark in this chukker is riding a little mare called Kate. It'll be Pancho McLaughlin to restart play, riding Snow. This horse is 8 years old, so at the very peak of its polo playing. And as you see, Pancho was going forward. Leanne Spark was playing a great game of trying to mark Pancho hard. But what she did there was she rode one of her own players into the line that Pancho had, and you can't ride one of your own players into that right of way. You have to keep the right of way open so that the other player can keep coming down it. We've got 2.5 minutes remaining. Pancho comes in, pushes it forward. Leanne Spark He's trying to come in and attack him. Nicola Elcombe is trying to keep him away. It's a real cat and mouse battle out there, with Leanne being very effectively marking hard on Pancho. Titan Law Zimbabwe had infringed that right of way, so they're giving this penalty for free hit at a defended goal from 60 yards out. All the way along the ground, nicely met in the goalmouth there, I think, by Nicola Elcombe. Good play from her. Pancho McLaughlin comes in. Still Titans Law Zimbabwe battling it out. And finally it's Matt Giacini who makes the break. Matt Giacini over. Oh, what a strike. Beautiful hit by Matt Giacini. Drives it long and hard. Straight down the field, riding a horse of Craig James called Jigsaw. He's still pushing along. Still there. Over on the far side. Who's going to pick it up? They've lost it now. Titan Law Zimbabwe picked up by Duncan Ellis. He drives it into the middle of the field, tries to get it up to Leanne Spark. Leanne is battling hard against Pancho McLaughlin. She's really giving a very hard time to Pancho. He's struggling to get away from her. Well played by Leanne, but still Francisco's there, pushing it forward. Now he's going to have to fight through Duncan Ellis. Duncan comes in, rides off Pancho. Pancho reckoned he got the right away, but the umpire's whistle stays silent. Beautiful near side backhand shot from Duncan Ellis up to Cameron Chubb. Cameron tucks inside Matt Giacini. Matt Giacini's going to have to get out of the way. The umpires say, yep. Cameron Chubb wasn't able to move freely down the field, as unfortunately in front of him, Matt Giacini had just come across that right of way. Willie lofted in he comes Duncan Ellis, riding KC. Comes in all the way along the ground, but it's a very effective, he puts it through. Number 3 goes up onto the board, and that's Duncan Ellis who puts the team of Rock Blend up there 3 apiece in the closing seconds of this second chukker. 20 seconds remaining as the ball goes back in. That's 20 to the first bell, and Duncan Ellis makes the break. Lovely play, possession so crucial. Duncan's out on his own. He's being hunted down. Can he manage to put it through? Duncan Ellis all the way. Duncan Ellis scores! Lovely goal for the stick of Duncan Ellis, showing that the ears may be advancing, but he's still got all the skill. They'll come back to the centre, but there goes the hooter. That will end the second chukker. Off they go with a scoreline of Rock Blend leading by 4 goals to 3.